Where are you from?
BBC.
Here's another beauty.
It's a good line. Impartial, free and fair.
Yeah, sure. You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President...
Because tonight the BBC is facing serious questions over its credibility after the Daily Telegraph exposed a panorama segment that heavily doctored a speech by the American president in 2021.
We're from Newshouse on the BBC.
BBC?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Really?
Off BBC, mate. The BBC. Hey,
The corporation spliced together two quotes 1 hour apart to make it seem like he encouraged an insurrection.
And I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you.
We fight like hell.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
But Trump didn't, in fact, say this at all. Here's what Trump actually said.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
So the BBC has apologised and retracted the report, but they say they won't pay any compensation.
Well, we'll sue them. We'll sue them for anywhere between $1 billion and $5 billion, probably sometime next week.
So you're ready to take...
Well, I think I have to do it. I mean, they've even admitted that they cheated.
President Trump is doubling down on his threat to sue the BBC.
They cheated. They changed the words coming out of my mouth. That's worse than what CBS did with Kamala. They changed her answer, but at least they didn't show it, coming out of her mouth.
Have you raised the issue with Sir Keir Starmer?
I have not, but I'll call him. I'm going to call him over the weekend. He actually put a call into me.
What happens when the nation that once prided itself on the world's most trusted broadcaster gets caught fabricating a former US president's words?
They are always biased towards the left, and the British taxpayer has had to pay for all of this fake news. So there is a lot of excitement amongst conservatives in Britain at the moment that President Trump is actually taking the BBC on.
Not spinning, not framing, not contextualizing, but cutting, splicing, and deliberately altering a speech to make it look like Donald Trump incited violence. If this can happen to a man watched by hundreds of millions, what chance does the average citizen have?
They've apologised in a letter, but they haven't offered you a penny in compensation. There was this figure of $1 billion that you may be pursuing.
I think I have an obligation to do it.
I would like to say it has been the privilege of my career to serve as the CEO of BBC News and to work with our brilliant team of journalists. I stepped down over the weekend because the buck stops with me. But I'd like to make one thing very clear. BBC News is not institutionally biased.
Look, I'm not looking to get into lawsuits, but I think I have an obligation to do it. This was so egregious. If you don't do it, you don't stop it from happening again.
You see the BBC thing? The BBC thing is crazy. The head of BBC had to resign because they took a film of Trump from January 6th, the speech that he gave.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
They edited it so something that he said 52 minutes later to make it look like he was trying to get people to go attack people and fight at the Capitol.
They do that to you all the time.
But this one's, one's nuts. Not only is this one nuts, but this one is for a literal president of the greatest country the world's ever known.
I would take Donald Trump very seriously. As we know, with CBS, he actually sued them from $10 billion, took the lawsuit up to $20 billion.
Free speech question, because you've said that you restored free speech in America.
Yeah.
Is that free speech including for people who are harshly critical of you, for your political opponents, for people who say things you don't like?
I've become immune to it.
Unfairly?
I've become immune to it. There's never been a person that's had more unfair publicity than me, and that's why your network paid me $15 million or $16 million, I believe.
That ultimately settled for $16 million, and that was with the doctoring of Kamala Harris's interview on 60 Minutes just a couple of days before elections.
Because I'm winning. I mean, I'm winning the cases, and the reason I'm winning is because you're guilty, John. You're guilty. ABC is a terrible network, a very unfair network, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
So it's very important for the people of the United Kingdom to be able to have faith in their broadcasters, not to try to rewrite the words in their leaders' mouths.
The BBC used to be the paragon of journalism across the world. It was respected. It's now become a laughingstock, and it needs to be put out of its misery.
If a state-funded broadcaster can fabricate a world leader's words on camera, what else have they rewritten?
Where do you see this going now, President Trump? Do you see this being a long, legal, protracted conflict with the BBC? Would you like to see it tied up quickly?
Well, they've admitted their guilt, but they don't have to admit their guilt. It's on tape, you know. I mean, there's nothing to admit.
As Trump pointed out himself, if they can misrepresent me like this, they can misrepresent anyone. Any political figure the establishment finds inconvenient. And with Reform UK surging in the polls, Trump even warned, maybe they're already doing it to Nigel.
Did you racially abuse fellow pupils when you were at school?
No, this is 49 years ago, by the way. 49 years ago.
This isn't about Trump's ego. This is about how media power can shape elections, topple reputations, and influence entire nations with a single edit. Whether you agree with Trump or not, the accusations are no longer about bias. They're about power.
Very shortly, we have a statutory period. We've notified them by writing, and I think you have to wait a week. And so that time's coming up, and after that time comes up, we'll sue them. My lawyers say for $1 billion or more.
And you've had success with suing media companies before,
Yeah,
on behalf
I've
of
had
you
a
and
lot of
also Melania
success.
as well.
Yeah, that's true. And Melania's had success. No, we've had a lot of success because it's fake news. But I've never had anything so fake as the BBC.
The BBC acts on behalf of the state. And when it comes to international affairs, even more brazenly. So, the BBC World Service. What do you think the BBC World Service is? It's MI6 with a microphone. The BBC, I want nothing to do with it. They want nothing to do with me, I should admit. But I want nothing to do with it. I hope it goes under. I hope Trump sues them. I hope he costs them $1 billion. And I hope it gets broken up.
By the BBC.